Hello, my name is Isaac, and I'm going to be posting this video onto the YouTube channel that I just created that I will be sharing with my most dearest friend, Sean. We have both encouraged each other to post videos individually, and we will also be posting videos together and with our friends and people that happen to find us in our lives. We had this idea this weekend as we were preparing to do something called a rebirth ceremony, which I will not talk about right now. I'm doing this just to put a first video on the channel and to say to anybody who's watching this that I'm doing this to express myself, and for no other reason. Today, a few days ago, I decided to stop using my car, and I will get into the reasons for why I decided to do that later. I also quit my job. I worked at a restaurant, and I had a lot of reasons for doing that, but the only one that I will mention right now is that I'm a vegetarian, and I don't think that that there's any distinction between that and cutting meat or handling meat or being involved in people who subsidize meat companies. So, two things I want to talk about today. The first thing is that I drove my car today. My little brothers, my mom does a carpooling thing with one of our neighbors, and that neighbor did not come and pick up my little brothers today, and so I had to make a choice between choosing to use my car, which I had chosen to not do, and leaving my little brothers stranded, which didn't seem like, a very loving thing to do. And so I just decided to forgive myself, and I used my car and I brought them to school, and I think that that was the right choice. And because I chose to forgive myself, I didn't feel any guilt for doing it. And so I'm now able to say that I will not use my car anymore, just with the same amount of resolve and trust in myself that I did a few days ago when I chose to do that for the first time. And that is the first thing that I wanted to talk about. The second thing that I wanted to talk about was I just had a conversation with my friend Olatund Abayomi, who I believe lives in Gambia in Africa. And he asked me to teach him some stuff, to work with him on his education. And I tried to start by talking about the 4 fundamental interactions of our universe. And as I was explaining them, I remembered some things that I've known at various times during the last year or so of my life. And it became very clear to me that there aren't really 4 fundamental interactions. Actually, science has recently changed that to being 3 fundamental interactions. I believe that the electromagnetic and the weak nuclear force have been classified as the same force, which is now called the electroweak force. But the strong nuclear force and gravity still remain as the other two. And I'm trying to think of ways to express this in the way that I'm really feeling it. And I'm sort of realizing as I'm saying this that all forms of expression of me are sort of incomplete. So please forgive me if this isn't perfect, because I don't claim to be perfect. But it appears to me that gravity and the strong nuclear force are both aspects of attraction. The strong nuclear force is very small but extremely powerful, and it holds protons and neutrons together. And gravity is fairly weak in comparison, but vast and gigantic. I mean, it creates stars and planets and even black holes, galaxies, which are huge, clouds of galaxies even. And it became very clear to me that the only things that are here, the only things that you are experiencing, that I'm experiencing, are attraction and repulsion. And that made me think of a yin-yang, because to me, what a yin-yang, the interactions that a yin-yang describes are black and white, life and death, attraction and repulsion, and also the oneness of them. Now, I'm not going to talk about God in this video. I'm sure that I will in future videos. I'm going to leave it at that. But there's a line between the light and the dark, the good and the bad, and the attraction and repulsion that forms a bridge between the two, and allows for all of this to be possible. And I'm really honored to have been able to share that little insight that I had earlier with my friend Olatunde Abayomi. I think that's all I have to say for today. I'm gonna try and post this to YouTube. I just made the channel yesterday, so I'm gonna have to figure some stuff out about it. But if you enjoy me and would like to see how I choose to express myself more in the future, and I'm sure you will love Sean because I love Sean, then please give this video a like and consider subscribing to this channel to make it more visible to more people. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.